Hello and welcome to Big Thoughts and Small Talk. It is currently just after Thanksgiving, so I need to wish a very warm and happy Thanksgiving to all my friends back in the United States. And you know what? I will wish a happy Thanksgiving to all the people here in Britain, even though you guys don't have Native Americans. I am joined currently in the studio by the man, the myth, the legend himself, Big Wood. Introduce yourself.
Hello, it's me. Yeah.
Yes, it's definitely him. Say your name, my friend, for all the listeners out there.
That'd be David Wood,
Good
Esquire.
Lad. Esquire.
Yeah.
Good lad. He's currently my protege in the studio today, and our producer is missing.
Oh,
John.
no.
I know, he was meant to be here, but he probably has other plans. But you know what? That's okay. We struggled without a producer for the first couple of weeks, and then he joined us last week, and then he's not here anymore. So, you know what? We're just going to wing it. But, you know, we miss you, John, and we want you back in the studio. Please come in next week. I miss you. I need my producer. I need my man, my charismatic producer back in the studio. But the topic of today is video games.
Video games.
I love the old Vidya.
Yeah.
Well, not these days because I don't have my computer here, so I can't actually play. The only thing that I can really manage to play is War Thunder on the lowest possible setting because my laptop is a bunch of junk.
War Thunder though, it's not bad taste.
War Thunder's fun. War Thunder, it's addicting. It's free to play.
Get it now! Ding ding ding!
Ding ding ding! A little bit of a product placement there. I hope the people at Gaijin Studios are listening.
Yeah.
So, video games. There's a lot happening. Currently, we've had a couple big sort of titles come out in the last month, I'd say. So we had Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yep.
Spider-Man, only for the PS4, so people who play Xbox, sorry, bad luck. And currently...
Same with Red Dead Redemption 2.
Wait, Red Dead Redemption 2 is only...
It's it's not on PC. It might be on Xbox.
Not yet. Yeah. Xbox, I think it's Xbox and PS4
I can look
so
it up.
far. Look it up, yeah. But, I mean, they did that with GTA 5 as well. It took a while to come out on the PC. But, you know, the thing about the PC is then, you know, when you'll have mods, like, just absolutely enhancing the game, is what I like to say. I love my old mods. I mean, my Skyrim build is completely
yeah.
I mean, every time the mud crabs just Zoidbergs. So
well, yeah. You always know you're doing modding right on Skyrim when you've got so many mods, the game no longer functions anymore.
That's pretty...
You have to do a clean reinstall.
Oh, man. The other game which I've really modded the heck out of is Left 4 Dead 2. So I have this really special mod. So whenever you go near a witch, for the listeners who've never played this game before, a witch is basically, you have to creep past it, you can't wake it up. Most people do just because they like the challenge. But, you're meant to creep past it, not wake it up, otherwise it goes berserk and it, you know, tries to kill you. But basically, I've switched out the audio for the witch. Instead of crying, it's the chocolate guy from SpongeBob.
That sounds beautiful.
It's the funniest mod I've ever downloaded, and it gets me every time. Just chocolate? And when you wake it up, it's chocolate! It's honestly, I'm sorry for people who are listening. Your ears must be destroyed. But yeah, it's quite a funny mod. So I definitely do recommend it. What about you? What's your favorite mod or game that you've absolutely modded out?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I like my mods.
Yeah.
Probably that's the audience won't know that one, but I like Mayo for EU4. So it's a paradox game, strategy game, but they basically take everything about it and make it just really overcomplicated so that it makes your brain hurt.
No, fair enough. I mean, I don't know. I still need to get into Wave 4. That's my favourite way to pronounce Wave 4. Is EU4 or Wave 4 or anyone who actually says the actual title are just, being a bit, pompous, I think. But, I don't know. I've never really gone into the... Oh, no, I lie. Command and Conquer is my favourite strategy game.
Yeah.
I do love it. And they're actually making a remaster of the original, so can't wait for that coming out soon. Back in, other news of video games today, our favorite studio, Bethesda, well, it was my favorite studio, but now they've absolutely sort of screwed the pooch on this one. Fallout 76. If you haven't seen the reviews for this game, well, let's just say they're less than stellar.
Yeah, well, I think the critics were a little bit generous on this one. The user reviews are even worse, but even amongst critics, I think the Metascore is around 50 or so. 50? Last time I checked. No. It's not good.
That's bad. And the thing is, like, Todd Howard, we trusted you. We trusted you and you let us down. You spat in our face.
You were the chosen one.
You were the chosen one. He's become the next Gabe.
Yeah, no, pretty much.
Pretty much. I mean, the final boss is pretty much just a Skyrim dragon just reskinned as a bat.
Oh, I'd not heard that.
Oh yeah, that's it. It's the same engine from Skyrim. It's the same thing. And Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be the exact same engine.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Not the old creation engine.
Oh no. It's going to be bad. It's going to be real bad. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what it's like. I think, they had I never played Elder Scrolls Online. Was that any good?
No. To be fair, I never played it either, but I saw other people play it, and the answer is no. But that wasn't made by Bethesda, technically.
Really?
Yeah, they just owned the rights to it. ZeniMax, I think it was, or something.
Fair enough. It's funny that, the best speaking of Fallout, the best Fallout game isn't actually made by Bethesda, it's made by Obsidian, and that is Fallout New Vegas.
Oh, is that your opinion? Fallout New Vegas?
Yes, 100%. New Vegas is...
Yeah, it's a fan favourite.
Soundtrack-wise...
Absolutely, I agree with that.
Absolutely tops. Storyline wise, great. I mean, I'm a bit of a Roman sort of fanatic, so joining Kaiser or
you like
Caesar's,
to play with the bad guys.
Everyone likes a good villain. So playing with Caesar's Legion and absolutely wrecking the sort of New Vegas settlements is my favorite sort of part of the game. But yeah, I think after Skyrim, Bethesda's just really dropped in terms of quality. They haven't reached their potential. I mean, what are the last 4 games that Bethesda's released? Fallout 76,
Fallout 4,
Skyrim VR, Skyrim Enhanced Edition, Skyrim for the PS4, Skyrim, it's the same.
Well, it's a stakeable product, isn't it, Skyrim?
It is.
So just release it a million times.
Exactly, it's the best. I mean, if it ain't broke...
Can't blame them.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But, it is broke because I believe the patch for Fallout 76 is the same sort of memory as the entire game of Skyrim.
Yeah, I heard it was pretty huge.
Yeah.
Like 45 gigs or something.
It's crazy. Like, it's one of the buggiest games released in recent memory. But, what can you do? I hope for the best and don't buy that game, because don't capitulate to the big editors. Support local indie game developers, I say. And on that note, here is Boogie Tonight. Speaking of video games, this actually featured in Grand Theft Auto 4 Liberty City Stories. Yeah, the Ballad of Gay Tony was
I know the one.
That was a great game, great storyline. This was one of the club sort of hits at Bahama Mamas. So here it is, Boogie Tonight by Booty Love. You're listening to Insanity Radio 103.2 FM. This is Big Thoughts and Small Talk. And welcome back to Big Thoughts and Small Talk. Now, some interesting news has come in the sort of little song break. I've just found out that you can actually stream the entire Lego movie, the first one, on YouTube for free. Absolutely free. It's really... Okay, so basically... if you look up the trailer for the Lego Movie 2, which is coming out, I don't know when, you can have access to the entire first Lego Movie for free, because that's the advertisement for the next movie. It's the first time, apparently, that a full movie will be available as an ad. So it's only going to be available for 24 hours though. So if you do want to watch it, I'd say get on that really quickly. Because have you ever seen the Lego Movie?
I'm afraid I haven't.
Oh, it's really good. It's really funny. Definitely like you never really expect that, you know, a movie about a toy, a plastic toy can, you know, be really interesting. But it's really good. I was pleasantly surprised, and it's just a great sort of fun family time. So yeah, 24 hours, go ahead and watch it. I know what I'm going to be doing after this show, so that'll be good. That'll be good. And just a quick shout out to my friend Lewis from California. He's not in California right now. He's in the UK. He's in George Eliot, I believe. So just a quick shout out. And he said that Red Dead Redemption 2, let me get the exact quote. Red Dead Redemption 2 is the only video game that is not for a certain group of people. Inexperienced people, let's just say it like that. I'm not sure what I can get away with on air, but that's for you, Lewis, and you know, I think we're both in agreement. Red Dead Redemption 2 is or just Red Dead Redemption in general, it was.
Yeah, we'll just have to hope that it comes out to PC. I mean,
I hope so too.
We didn't see luck with that with the first game, but
no. I mean, they did it with GTA 5. It took
it took a while.
Years,
too long
to get on PC. But I don't know. It was. Is it ever worth the wait? I don't think it was. It was. You know.
It was alright.
It was.
I got it.
I mean, the mods. It's all for the mods. When it's on PC, but talking about video games, what is your favorite sort of video game memory?
Oh, I remember when I played Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. It's a kind of silly spin-off game by Konami, and you play as a cyborg with a katana who's got superpowers essentially, and there's a bit where a giant. It's a very silly, over-the-top game. There's a bit where
son.
Yeah. There's a bit where there's this giant robot and you're fighting it, and it flies away it flies like a mile away and latches on to the side of like a skyscraper and starts firing rockets at you. And what you do is you control this manually. It's not a cutscene.
Yeah.
As these rockets come towards you, the game goes into slow motion and you jump from rocket to rocket, getting closer and closer and closer towards it before you finally jump up in its face and slice it in half. It's amazing.
I think that game, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, is essentially just a more violent Fruit Ninja.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's really good. It's really good. I haven't finished it yet because I got it quite late, but I'm currently in the middle, you know, from time to time when I am back in the States and when I do have time to play it, Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, which is awesome.
That game is great as well.
It's so good.
Well, honestly, what by Konami isn't, but...
Yeah, I mean Kojima, not Konami.
Yeah, that's true. Let's separate out the two.
That's true. Koji...
And he's gone now, hasn't he?
He's gone. He's doing his own thing. Because they wouldn't greenlight Death Stranding. And then he said, you know, bugger you guys, I'm going to do it myself. And I saw the trailer for it, and it looks like something that Kojima would do.
Yeah.
Very cinematic. Yeah, that's the thing.
Kojima.
That's the thing about Kojima. You watch about 4 hours of cutscenes and then enjoy about 15 minutes of gameplay. It's worth it, though. It's always worth it.
It's just like a movie, but it's a great movie.
It's the storytelling is superb. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think. My favorite video game memory, I'd say, we're going way, 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 way back to the days of the 90s/early 2000s. Early 2000s is I'd put it, because you know I was born in 1998, so didn't really remember the 90s. Best year indeed. So basically what we did is we had GoldenEye competitions on the N64 with our neighbors. We were far too young. I mean, then again, you know, it was the N64, so it's not like, you know, inherently, you know, graphic, violent video games. I mean,
there's only so much that kind of technology can do.
It's all about the imagination at the end of the day. I mean, the AK-47s, we used to call them the pencil guns because they just look like a pencil that you shoot. So basically, yeah, we'd have competitions. I was horrible at it because I was about 3-4 years old. But
nice.
we played the archive level and stack is, I think, the level. And basically, what my brother would do is he'd get the rockets. We'd play with rockets, and he'd like go onto this certain point where there's rockets and unlimited ammunition and body armor, and he'd just go between all of them and just grenade us from the rafters. And like we were basically mincemeat to this guy. So Nick, if you're listening, that's for you. And one day I will beat you at GoldenEye. Still am yet to do it. He really is that's his thing.
He's the master.
He is the master. I mean, and I remember my neighbors, we'd come over and we'd either play GoldenEye or Super Smash Bros. And just play the night away. It was simpler times, better times, but I still have my N64 and it's still running, still works like a charm. So I'll have to challenge him when I go back in about 3 weeks. Any other like classic video games that you sort of remember growing up as? What sort of was your first like starter sort of game, I'd say?
Oh, I don't know about that. What I would say, one of my favorite I'm a big strategy game player, as you were saying before, but one of my favorite games growing up as a kid was, did you ever play Battle for Middle-earth 2?
No, I didn't.
It was like a sort of real-time strategy. You move your armies around, you recruit units, things like that. But it was Lord of the Rings themed, and it was really, really good. You could play as good, you could play as evil.
Nice.
You could be Saruman and destroy the world.
That's great.
It was
great.
Good.
I played the what was the Star Wars one? Empire at War.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
Empire
I didn't play
War.
that as a kid, but I played it later.
It was pretty fun. I didn't play it as a kid. I played it like a little bit through high school. But good fun classic sort of video games. You don't get that much these days anymore. It's just sort of...
Well, it's not a classic if it just came out.
That's true. That's true. But like, I feel like the market is just oversaturated by...
well, mobile games have kind of taken over a little.
That's true. It's just the microtransactions which just really tick me off. EA does it.
They're famous for it.
That's true. All the studios doing it now. Ubisoft.
We still have a few. A few still, stick to the old ways.
I don't know. I can't think of any. Which one would you say?
I don't know.
Square Enix, I think, is probably one of the only ones who haven't done microtransactions.
I think one of the community sweethearts is Obsidian. Obviously, they rescued Fallout. They made Fallout New Vegas.
Good.
So they were rushed on the project, but they still did it better than Bethesda did it.
Dude. 100%.
Oh, did you hear about that? That's an old thing now, but it's crazy. When they released that game, they were offered by the development team. They were offered a bonus if it got 85 on Metacritic. Yeah, which is a crazy way. It's a crazy way to like decide.
It's good though,
but it got 84. They didn't get a bonus.
Damn it. Oh well, Obsidian, you are the preferred game developer. Don't you worry about that. And on that note, we have our next song on the queue. It's a 80s classic. I mean, it's my personal favorite from the 1980s, and the acoustic version I would highly recommend. It's very moving. You never really think of this song as something sentimental, but if you listen to the acoustic version, it'll take you to an emotional place. But here is "Take on Me" by Aha! Hello and welcome back to Big Thoughts and Small Talk on Sanity Radio 103.2 FM. So, we were just talking about in the break about video game adaptations into films and media, and how they're never really good or enjoyable or even possible. I can't think of one video game adaptation which was a good film.
Yeah, no, I think I don't tend to watch video game adaptations into films because
the reputation
you just know it's not going to be good.
It's so bad. I mean, I think the most recent one that I can think of that I saw was Hitman Agent 47. I didn't even bother going to the theaters to watch it because I was like, why waste the money? So yo ho piratey, being a pirate is so fun for me. I didn't do that because that's bad and illegal and immoral. I definitely bought it online. And that was a waste of my time. It took up too much memory on my space, and it just was like, why did I even bother to waste an hour of my life on this? I will never get this hour back.
I think they're probably, a lot of them are probably better if you think of them as a comedy. It's unintentional comedy.
Yeah. That's definitely the case. And now Netflix is getting onto the old video game adaptation hype because they're doing a Witcher adaptation, and the person who is starring our hero, Geralt of Rivia, is going to be the guy who plays Superman. What's his face? The
Superman man.
He was also in Mission Impossible. They had to CGI out a mustache. They spent millions of dollars. CGI,
so he wouldn't have to shave.
So he didn't have to shave. It was an amazing. So like, if you ever watch Justice League, you just, there's some scenes with this guy's face, and it just, it looks okay, but there's just something off about his upper lip.
It's like what was it? I can't remember what it was. A while back, Keanu Reeves did a film where he had a fake beard, and you just knew it was going to be terrible by the fact that he had a fake beard.
Those small nitpicky things really end up distracting you from the whole story. So yeah, like they're just awful. Don't bother making video game movies or TV shows. It's just, there's no point. They're never good. But there is one man, one hero,
one legend
who rises to the challenge every time. And he's German. So his name is Uwe Boll, and he's renowned, infamous, for making video game adaptations and filming them in Germany. So basically the reason why he does it is because basically if you film a film in Germany, and if you're like a producer of a film in Germany, you get a massive tax break from the government. So basically if you just throw money at this one German director and his really, really horrible films, you basically don't have to pay any tax if you're a German citizen, which, it's a great system, and you get away with it, but you also fund, the degradation of the arts.
Oh.
And the thing about Uwe Boll is he challenged his top critics to boxing matches, and he pummeled them. He pummeled the living daylight. Oh yeah. Like, he was like,
where can I see this?
All the fights are on YouTube, and he's a big, brawny German guy, and obviously these critics, they're like us. They're kind of, scrawny video game journalists who care about the project and don't like to see the art get ruined.
I like that. Here's a man who's not afraid to defend his honor.
Exactly. And I mean, can you blame him? I mean, why? Yeah, good on you, Uwe Boll. We salute you. We don't like what you're doing. Stop doing it. But at least you can back up your words with fists. Not that we're encouraging violence here on Insanity Radio.
We would never do that.
Never, absolutely not. In other sort of video game news, for anyone who is a fan of the Half-Life series, I know I am. Absolutely loved Half-Life 1, Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Part 1, Part 2.
Still considered, yeah.
Part 3 never came to fruition, Half-Life 3 never came to fruition, but there are rumours. There's always rumours about this. There's been rumours for the last 10 years about Half-Life 3. But basically, fans have gotten sick of waiting, and they're using the Unreal Engine to create Half-Life 3. It's not Half-Life 3, it's called Project Borealis.
It's Half-Life 3, but fan-made.
Pretty much. So I think they're linking up with the main story writer of the Half-Life series, because I guess Gabe just,
he's not got it anymore.
He doesn't care. What happened to Gabe? We never hear from him.
I don't know. He's too busy making money out of Steam sales.
That's true. He's the granddaddy of video games. He's the man, and we never hear from him. Gabe, we miss you. So yeah, people who've been waiting patiently with gritted teeth and clenched fists for Half-Life 3, your prayers will hopefully be answered, but you know what? We've been doing this for the last 10 years, and let's not set ourselves up for disappointment. So just be good. Don't keep your hopes
Keep
up.
your expectations realistic.
Oh man, that's the other thing is. Are you into esports at all?
I'm not super big. I played a lot of Dota 2 back in the day, and I used to watch a little bit of esports of that.
Fair enough. I mean, I never got into sort of Dota or League of Legends was the one that my brothers used to play the heck out of. I never got into those ones. But basically, the US military is using video games and esports to recruit people into secret government programs, which, you know, it's either, if you're of one persuasion, very cool and, like, you know, possible terms of employment, doing cool, secret, shady government business, or, according to The Independent, it's downright immoral.
Yeah,
you know. We're in the future now, folks. This is
2018.
This is 2018. We're going to use Call of Duty Black Ops 4 to recruit young, daring, and dashing individuals to probably do horrible, horrible, horrible things.
That's fun.
That's fun. That's fine. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully, I mean, I'm really big into the only sort of like massive multiplayer game that I'm really into is Rocket League. I really love Rocket League.
So that got a big esports scene?
Yeah, huge esports scene. Huge esports scene. They're actually. I was in America. I was working at my. Not my restaurant, my boss's restaurant, and basically they were streaming Rocket League on the TV on like ESPN, I think it was, and I was so shocked. I was like, man, never in, you know, my 20 years of life would I think that video games would become this big that they're actually streaming it on cable television as like a viable, like, actual sport.
Yeah, well, if you can get the audience for it, and now you can.
That's true. I mean, here's the thing though, TV, like, you know, is sort of a dying industry. Most people controversial to say that, but
yeah, in a way,
it's true.
I'd agree.
The ratings are going down. People have the internet. People, you know, streaming is the way to go. I mean, Twitch TV and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, it's the new. That is the future that we have chosen, I guess. I just don't want to see Fortnite being played on public access television.
Well, it will.
It will. Fortnite got Game of the Year. How did that happen?
It's a travesty.
It is a travesty. That, you know what? That's what, you know, the future of warfare is going to be like. You know, helicopters zooming past. You know,
just imagine it. Little Timmy playing Fortnite right now. Give him 10 years, he's going to be a crack sniper for the US military.
A hardened killer, and every time he you know, takes a life of some poor bloke, you know, on the other side of the war, he's going to do a floss or, you know,
what an image.
Oh man, the future. It's either very scary or incredibly entertaining. I think it's going to be both, and I can't wait. I can't wait for what the future holds.
Neither.
We're nearing the end of our hour, which, you know, it's a shame because I really do I love the radio. I love talking to people like you, Woody Boy, David. What's the nickname that you prefer? The Big Wood?
I don't know how rude am I allowed to get on the show.
Let's keep the sort of nuances and the innuendos to a safe family level. Think about Shrek and the innuendos there. Keep it at that level.
Okay, all right. I don't know. Just Wood is fine. I like to imagine that if I was ever a rock star, my stage name would just be Wood.
Wood. Ooh, I like it. Not even. I'm trying to think. No, yeah, Woody, what's his face?
Woody Allen?
Not Woody Allen, the country singer. I forget, his name escapes me. But yeah, Wood, that's a solid, you know, you just storm in with a cowboy hat and, you know, a 6-gun and just be like, I'm Wood. That's good. Well, thank you all very much for listening to Big Thoughts and Small Talk on Insanity Radio 103.2 FM. I've been your host, and I will continue to be your host next week, Ilija Dokmanovic, and I've been joined in the studio. Say your farewells, my friend.
Adios.
Adios indeed. I'll catch you all next week. I hope you have a beautiful rest of the Thanksgiving weekend back in the United States. And our next song to take us out is sort of, I don't know. I miss the Black Eyed Peas. They disappeared about 5-6 years ago. Probably even longer than that. Man. It's been so long. The future is scary. We don't have the Black Eyed Peas anymore. The future is dread. But this is Rock Your Body by the Black Eyed Peas. Thank you so much, and have a excellent weekend.